Buried in the cemetery are dreams that were never fulfilled, books that were never written, ideas that never became reality. For me, that was a heavy quote to digest, but it was also super motivating. I'm Jordan, and I like creating videos that highlight the significance of our relationships. But in this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 reasons why I started this YouTube channel here with Jordan. Reason number 1, to create the content that I like to watch. I believe that what happens in the social media world should point us back to enhancing the relationships with the people we love. So I'm more drawn to content that highlights the raw essence of our human experience, that highlights the authenticity of our relationships together as humans. I like channels like The Skin Deep, Jubilee, Cut, The Raya. I saw what they were doing, and instead of complaining about the angles that they didn't explore, I thought, why not just try to create it myself? And I want to explore those avenues in a real, authentic way, in the way that, first of all, I present myself, and then also the way that I share your stories, because I believe that your stories are raw and powerful, and your experiences are very compelling. Nowadays, we have so many big names, personalities, celebrities, influencers, but I fear that sometimes we lack authenticity. Sometimes people try to put on like this fake persona just to get attraction or to get views. But I really think that there is something so beautiful and powerful about the experience of strangers, the authentic experience of strangers. And sometimes we lack that authenticity, the ability to just be ourselves, and also the ability to value and appreciate others for just being themselves as well. So I want to capture and create more content like that, because that's the content that I like watching, and it keeps me motivated. Reason number 2 is something that I like to call the creative dump. And I know dump can kind of have like a gross connotation to it, but it's really just this. If you have a creative idea, go for it. It's not going to be easy, but it will definitely be rewarding. And if you have excuses like I did, I want to leave you with this fascinating quote that I heard from this gentleman called Dr. Miles Monroe. He's a minister in the Bahamas, and he says that the wealthiest, richest place on planet Earth is a cemetery. His quote goes, "Buried in the cemetery are dreams that were never fulfilled, books that were never written, ideas that never became reality," and he goes on. For me, that was a heavy quote to digest, but it was also super motivating. So I want to be able to put myself in positions to just be able to create whatever comes to mind. Currently, at the publishing date of this video, I have just over 20 videos on this channel here with Jordan, but for me that's just like the tip of the iceberg. I have so many more ideas drawn out and brainstormed, and again, the process is intimidating, but it's also rewarding. So if you're on the fence, I say go for it. At some point we have to stop watching these why I started a YouTube channel videos, and we actually have to start making one. And once you start, you'll have your own digital platform of influence, which brings me to point number 3. I have learned that having a digital presence in an increasingly digital world becomes more important every day. I mean, even through this pandemic, we've seen how businesses, schools, churches have had to increase and bolster their online presence. With an online presence, we're able to share ideas with not just our classmates, our friends and family, but also with people around the world that we've never met before. You know, if you're an artist, display your art. If you're a musician, share with us your songs. If you like writing sketches and skits, we'd love to see them. Create a digital portfolio of your masterpieces. I'm personally not a big social media person. I don't like sharing about my everyday life with people, and I don't really like hop on trends and stuff like that. But I've realized how important social media is in our modern day interpersonal communication. So I wanted to at least have a platform or a hub where I could dump or display the ideas that I had. This process is and will continue to be challenging, but that's really what I wanted, which brings me to point 4, to embrace a brand new challenge. Doing YouTube is scary, and by that I mean it's pretty intimidating. You're publishing things online for potentially the whole world to see, for potentially the whole world to critique, and that can be pretty daunting. If you're like me, you thrive in situations where you're given a list of instructions or you're given a cookie cutter mold to fit into. But when I'm given open space and told to just create, that can be intimidating, that can be super overwhelming, but it's a process that I wanted to embrace. So why not dive in? It's an opportunity for me to grow, to learn new things. I'm still getting used to having a camera in my hands, to learning more about the filming process and, increasing my skills as a content creator, learning about sound, lighting, the editing process, and also just the nature of what I film. Most of my content is like street interviews, talking to strangers, and I'm introverted. So to be honest, every day I go out and film, it's a hurdle that I have to jump over to initiate conversations with people every single day. But that's something that I see as an opportunity for growth, and in that sense, I want to run toward the challenge and run toward what's intimidating. Because ultimately, and that brings me to point 5, doing this work brings me a sense of accomplishment. It's rewarding, it's fun. What you as the viewer see is the final product, but before the publishing and the editing are the moments even off camera where I can engage with people, to listen to their stories, to hear about their relationships, to really meet with them one-on-one. There have been days where I had a film goal to meet, but I got caught up in solid conversations with some of the people that I interviewed. And I look back at those days and I think, even though I didn't meet certain goals, I still had these really quality interactions, and that's so rewarding to me. And I think this goes back to the whole idea of, our digital presence, or our presence as content creators, shouldn't distract us from really engaging with people and investing in our relationships. So if my presence as a YouTuber or my presence on social media is distracting me from really investing in the relationships of the people that are around me, then what am I doing? At this video's publishing date, I have less than 100 subscribers. My videos don't get that many views, but I can't gauge my success on that right now. For me, the reward is in getting to meet awesome people. For me, the reward is in the process. Even just converting the video clips I have into an MP4 file on my laptop before anyone sees it, that's so rewarding to me. To look back at my work and say, I had specific goals in mind, I met those goals, and here's the final product, and to get to share that with you, that's really rewarding. So I say, pursue what you love to do, embrace the challenge, and find the pleasure and the reward in the little things. And when you start your channel, don't forget to let me know so I can subscribe to you and follow your journey as well. Again, I'm Jordan, and I like creating videos that authentically highlight the relationships we have in this life. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.